this is John here from Seeds Finance. To give you a short background check, I'm a university student from Ontario. The Siege Finance channel is essentially a channel where we cover anything from personal finance to market updates and anything in between. So now getting on to the topic of this video, currently the hottest sector in the stock market right now is in the health sector, and to be more specific, gene editing and biotechnology. Gene editing is essentially the process of altering the DNA encoded within a cell. This can primarily help with curing the various 10,000 plus genetic diseases out there. So there's 3 companies that I'm going to show you that I'm currently looking at that have high potential in the years to come. First company I'm going to go over is CRISPR Therapeutics. Ticker symbol CRSP. So taking a quick look at the summary, you can see it has a market cap of just over $12 billion. The weekly ranges from $32 to about $181, and the average volume is about 1.3 million. So let's take a quick look at the chart. We'll go to the year to date. So we can see since March to about November, it's about a steady increase in the upside direction there. But once we see at the beginning of December, it's gone up a substantial amount, primarily due to ARK Invest announcing their share purchases in the company. So let's take a look at the debt ratio here. Go to financials, balance sheet, quarterly. So though it is hard to basically judge a speculative company by its balance sheets and financials, we're just going to take a look just because it's a nice backup just to see that it's doing well. So taking a quick look at the balance sheet here, we can see that as the total assets of the company are about $1.4 billion, and with liabilities of about $140 million, giving about a total equity of $1.3.5 billion. So when looking at that, we can just check out the holders of the company. So we can see that it's almost 14% of the shares are held by insider investors, and then almost 70% of the shares are held by large institutions. Okay, so looking at the top institution holders, we see that ARK Invest is the top holder. Just to check, we can look at what analysts have predicted for this company in the future. So looking at revenue here, it's expected that next year their revenue is supposed to increase about 400% in the year 2021, which is a substantial amount. So if that could be done, there's some huge potential behind this. We can see, once again, the earnings. When you're dealing with a speculative company, it's hard to look at the financials and base your decision off that. You're taking a risk when it comes to these. So the next company that I'm going to go over is NTLA Therapeutics, ticker symbol NTLA. So taking a quick look, it has a market cap of just under $4 billion, which is a little smaller than CRISPR there. It has a 52-week range about 9 to 70, and an average volume of about 1.2 million. So let's take a quick look at the chart again here. And as you can see, it follows almost the same pattern as CRISPR, as it's in the same sector, and they have the same growth potential and follow the same volume patterns. And then, so we'll take a quick look at the debt ratio for this company as well. With the financials, quarterly, balance sheet, check the quarter. So then for this balance sheet, we can take a quick look here at total assets, which is about $458 million, and then total liabilities of being almost $130 million, with total equity of about $330 million. So the debt ratio is not too bad. And taking a quick look at the holders. Yeah, it's almost the same percentage here for this. So about 70% held by insiders, almost 86% held by large institutions, and once again you can see ARK Investment is the leading holder by actually a substantial amount there, you can see. Okay, then we'll just take a quick look at the estimates. So taking a quick look at the revenue, I guess the analysts are saying the revenue is about to decrease by 36%, which then again, it's quite a while for this company to essentially be profitable. And we can look at the earnings. Earnings are supposed to be increasing by 20%, that's nice. So on to the next company. The third company we're going to look at is Adidas Medicine. They have a market cap of just over $5 billion, a 52-week range of $14 to $96. Once again, these companies are all basically at their all-time high. So as of December 28th at the market close, an average volume of 1.7 million. And then looking at the chart, it follows almost identically as the other two companies mentioned earlier. The same peak at the beginning of December, and the spike. Then going on to the debt ratio, we can just take a quick look. Balance sheet, quarterly. So we can see that this company has total assets of about $600 million with total liabilities of about $156 million, giving it a $441 million equity. So the debt ratio is not bad as well. And then looking at the holders, only 1.3% is held by insiders, and then 82% by large institutions. And then we can see again, ARK Investments is the leading holder. So, and then we can look finally at their what the analysts have to say. Okay, so we can see here that analysts are predicting that there's going to be a 67% decrease in revenue in the year 2021, and then the earnings for next quarter, or this quarter, I guess the quarter we're in, fourth quarter, 120% increase in earnings, which is nice. But then again, it's hard to use these financials as the main source of predicting what the future of this company has to hold and has to offer. So lastly, I want to go over an ETF that is involved in the biotech and gene editing field, and it's by ARK Invest, ticker symbol ARKG. I suggest using this ETF if you want to basically get a stake in this sector, but not make individual picks into certain companies, as it's hard to invest in this sector and do your research, as it's a complicating subject, and it requires a great amount of knowledge to actually understand the science behind what's actually going on. We'll take a quick look of what this ETF holds. They have a 10% stake in CRISPR, which we mentioned earlier. And yeah, so here you can see all our holdings, all made up of the same sector. So this is the ETF I would recommend to be involved in the biotech and gene editing sector. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and make sure to comment what you guys believe this biotech and gene editing sector have to offer in the future. Thanks, and take care.